Stephanie Inglis with Life Realty. I'm here in Wolfeboro at the Town Hall, meeting with David Ford, who's the Public Works Director, just to get an update on what's going on here in town.
My name is David Ford, and I'm the Public Works Director. I'm in charge of all the Public Works Department and also the Water and Sewer Utilities Department. And we're responsible for pretty much all the infrastructure in town, starting with the highways, which most people are familiar with. We have over 66 miles of road, and we have 10 employees in the highway division of Public Works. They're responsible for emergency work, which is snow removal, which takes quite a bit of our time from Thanksgiving until April. They're also responsible for road maintenance, which requires whether it's downtown, and we'd do striping downtown, or sweeping and cleaning up the downtown area, to ditching and cleaning the roads up on the outside. We also have the Solid Waste Division, which is a facility up on Beach Pond Road where we do all our solid waste removal and recycling. It's a great facility up there. We're award-winning, and we do a lot of recycling for a small community. We have very strict rules, but they're great rules if you're into recycling. And there's pamphlets online and at the offices if you're interested in there. We also have our own Public Works garage. We have 2 men there, and they're responsible for not only maintaining all the Public Works vehicles, but all the town vehicles, which includes the fire, the police, Parks and Rec, and everyone else. So they're very busy. We have a nice facility there. So those are the 3 main divisions with people under Public Works. We also have building and grounds, which we don't have any permanent full-time. Everyone else kind of helps with public buildings and grounds. For instance, the Dockside restaurant is owned by the town, but we maintain it. All the town docks, the railroad station, and grounds, so there's other parking lots and whatnot we're responsible for. And under our administration, I have myself as a director, but we have Scott Pike, who's the assistant director. He's responsible because he helps out. He's more in the field doing a lot of the handwork, working directly with the guys. I work more on the administrative side. Marie Watson, who's our administrative assistant, who most people, that's the first person they'll talk to. If you have a complaint or a concern, she's the person you want to call, and she usually gets work orders sent out to the different people if there's issues, or get to me. That's how you get through me. On the other side, the water sewer, which is also very important, it's its own department. They are both entities in which they collect fees and rates for each of theirs. So under the water side, we have a water crew that has 4 people in it. They're dedicated to the water system. In the water treatment plant, we have 2 operatives up there. It's a very sophisticated water plant. We just turned 20 years old last year. Very proud of it. It still almost looks brand new, and we're developing nice plans and upgrades to that water plant. On the water and the sewer side, we have a wastewater treatment plant which treats all the wastewater, and that's contracted operated, so which means we have a company that has a long-term contract. They have 3 full-time employees, 2 part-time employees that help with the treatment and disposal of our effluent. So that kind of covers the whole thing. So over the whole group, we have about 26 full-time people, contract operators a few, and we have some part-time people that work on the solid waste end with the barrel pickup in the summertime, and working at the brush dump. We have lots of projects, and with that, we'll start with the new projects because that's kind of exciting, which we just had town meeting, and we voted on many projects. The biggest one would be the town library. And while that's a library department run by the trustees, Public Works is assisting, especially with the site work and parking lot and the engineering for that work. So that's just started, and that's on a fast track. We're excited, hopefully breaking ground later on this summer or early fall. Another big project is we've been working on is called asset management, which we're looking at all our infrastructure, doing an inventory, trying to determine where it is on its useful life, and determining a long-term program for replacement and repairs of those. We got a $30,000 grant this year to do all our stormwater systems. So we have 800 catch basins which collect stormwater and then discharges somewhere to the lake, one of our lakes. Our lakes are our most important thing here. It's a great resource. So we are going to be locating and inventorying all those catch basins, and then developing long-term plans for the upgrade of those to provide more stormwater treatment, and to work with we have a lot of public that's concerned about water quality and trying to improve water quality. So that's a nice big project. We also got, this year was really important, part of the asset management is looking at our assets. It's filled area, and it consists of a wharf area, which we have concrete blocks, and then we have the docks that go out. We have the commercial docks with Mount Washington, and then we have the residential docks. They're all been there for over 20 years, but they all need some work. At the same time, the selectmen have formed a committee to look at expanding the docks. So this warrant, we had an article for the emergency repairs and engineering and permitting of the docks, the existing one. And we also had a separate warrant article for the expansion. And so this year now we got approvals to go walk forward with both. So we'll be doing emergency repairs in the spring so we can use the docks this summer. At the same time, we'll be planning for the future, in which future repairs and expansion. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
down at the dock, we're also we have the dockside restaurant, which we own. We have our public restrooms there. What we're looking at is to upgrade the public restrooms. Right now, there's an ADA accessible one that's unisex, and there's a separate one. So we have basically 2 stalls. The intent is to do an expansion, which will have a women's room that'll have 3 stalls and a men's room with 3 stalls. So that should greatly increase our capacity. We have a lot of visitors now when they get off the boat, if they get off the bus. The first thing you're looking for is a restroom. So that's pretty exciting. But unfortunately, that project's going to take some time, so we're not going to start that until after Labor Day because we're so busy. The other big project is town road upgrades. This year we increased that amount to $870,000. And we'll be rebuilding many roads in town with that. We're just negotiating now with our subcontractors and going through road upgrades. On the sewer side, we have some major projects going on with studies on the sewer system because it's an aging system, as well as upgrades to our effluent disposal system. At the water side, we're doing water projects. At the water plant, which is more detailed. We got another interesting one is Bay Street sidewalk. We have a lot of walkers in town. And if you're familiar with town, along Bay Street, which would complete a loop around Back Bay, it's no sidewalks. And a lot of people walk, and it's kind of dangerous. It's kind of a cut through, so people can't drive fast there. So we appropriate $40,000 for doing a survey and doing a design to see where we can put sidewalks. So that's a big project, and a lot of people are very excited about that. In addition to that, we have a lot of capital reserve accounts. We're putting money aside, whether it be for equipment at the Public Works facility or at the fire station. The trucks get money put aside, and now we're putting money aside again for parking lots and docks and things like that. So again, very successful town meeting, and again, we're very thankful to the voters for their support coming out, because we had voting day, of course, it was on a blizzard, but they came out strong and they supported all our projects, so we're very thankful to that. So again, we're very, very busy. Well, for me personally, it's probably different than my guys. Again, if you talk to the highway guys, when we had the blizzards back to back, they don't get to go home, The town workers in the office, we close the office early, everyone goes home, shovels out the driveway. Highway guys got to stay out all night long, plowing and keeping the road safe, and then they come back a night later to remove the snow from the downtown area. I think we do an excellent job with that, keeping it downtown open. So for them, that's probably the toughest part of the job. My job is the toughest part. I like doing projects. I really enjoy that and working with the men. But it's, the personnel issues, because again, it's never, we have a union, we have issues with pay, and we're always struggling with trying to be fair to everyone and keep everybody happy, people coming and going. So the personnel issues are the toughest for me to deal with.
Yeah.
The biggest issue we have is traffic. We only have 3 major roads coming in. You have Route 28 coming and going, and 109. In fact, one of the other big projects that's ongoing, which we started last year, is the Center Street project. We're working with DOT, even though it's a state road. The town is managing a major $2.5 million project there. So starting April 15th, we'll be ripping up all of Center Street in front of Clark Plaza. And it's very difficult because the traffic starts to build up. May comes, we have a busy weekend, it slows down a little bit. Then into June, July, it's crazy. So the traffic between July and August, so that's a challenge. So we have to do that contract in 2 phases. They have to get as much work done as possible before July 1st. Then they have to shut down, so we can't be stopping traffic on those major routes. And then hopefully we can do other traffic. So our challenge is to get downtown, do our projects fast, and get out of town. So for late June, July, August, we're not interfering with traffic, because a small project can create these huge traffic jams. So that is a big challenge for us.
Yeah.
Well, Wolfeboro is a very special place for many reasons, and the history here is very unique in that we've been around for a while. We have the railroad station here, that's 1870, so the history is quite interesting. And I like to think that people are probably the most important thing. We have a lot of people dedicated to volunteering, whether it's planting flowers. When you go downtown, we have the Wolfeboro Garden Club that does great work. We have Kathy Barnett, who's on the planning board, who does a lot of other flowers volunteering. We have many people on these committees working on a master plan. So really what makes Wolfeboro special, obviously it's the natural resources with the lake and the mountains and the streams, but it's the people who really care about it. And you can see that since I've been here 11 years, they're very tough. They do look at our projects, but our voters are very supportive. They want to see the town do well. Very positive. We don't have any negative issues going on lately, so we're riding a nice high, and I think it's a tribute to the people living here. And we have a lot of nice groups, whether it's the Lions Club or the different groups, well-meaning people. A lot of people retire, come here, and they all like that. So, and you notice that too. If you're from out of town, and all of a sudden you're driving downtown, all of a sudden, if you're walking downtown, you get in the crosswalk, people stop. And I can remember when I came here back in 1986, and I was stunned because I came from New Boston, Massachusetts area, and had my two little kids, and I got out on the sidewalk, and everyone started stopping. I'm going, what? What's going on here? And they're looking at me like a fool. You're in a crosswalk, you get to walk. And I wasn't used to the fact that you stop for people at crosswalks. And that just goes to tell you that most of the people here really do care, do follow the rules, and we get together very well. So it's a very pleasure to work with that and work with the community that does support public works and infrastructure. And again, we think we're doing a great job. And I like to think that Wolfeboro is probably the greatest town in the state of New Hampshire. And New Hampshire, I think, is the greatest state in the country. And in our country, obviously, is the best country in the world. So that makes Wolfeboro the greatest town in the world. Please come visit.